Hello everybody, welcome back to Men on the Mountain. We're going to do it a little different order today. We're going to kick off the video with the channel shout out and with the Men on the Mountain. The channel that I want to shout out today is Flowerfolk Farm. It's a channel based in Australia. I love her intros. She just has an eye for camera angles, for color, and I think that especially shows through on her intros to her videos. So give her a check out when you have some time. I'll put a link in the description to her channel. But tell her Men on the Mountain sent you and go watch a couple of her videos. I think you'll be hooked just from the intros. Men on the Mountain is Acts 20:35. Paul is talking there, and he talks about how he had worked hard while he was in the area to try and support the weak, and then he attributes a quote to Jesus: "It is better to give than to receive." Now it's interesting, we don't actually see that quote directly anywhere in the Gospels. So that's something that either Paul was told by one of the apostles that Jesus had said as he taught them, or it's something that Jesus revealed directly to Paul. But he said it's more blessed to give than to receive. The video that we're going to show you today, Rhonda and I were able to get away on a little just kind of overnight getaway, just she and I. And that was a gift that was given to us by some really good friends. And so it just got me to thinking, I want to be able to give something. So what I'm going to ask you to do in the comment on this video is, if you have a need, or if you know of someone who has a need, I want to give $50 cash. I know that's not a ton of money, but I would love to do that for someone. So it doesn't have to be, how can I say this and not be insensitive? It doesn't have to be the most gut-wrenching, heartbreaking story. It could just be something simple like you commute 80 miles to work every day, and with the gas prices, you're in a tough spot. It could be that you know of a single parent who's struggling to put food on the table, whatever it is. So if it's for you personally, you don't have to put names down or anything. Just tell me kind of the need. If it's for someone you know, again, don't put anything too descriptive as far as names or things like that. But just put the need down, and then what I'm going to do, I'll wait a week or two until all those come in and just spend some time praying over them and try to get some guidance from the Lord on who needs it, and then I'm going to give it. And I'm not going to make an announcement on who's winning it. I'll just reach out to that person individually. Again, I don't want to make this a lot of fanfare. That's not the purpose of it. I know that I've been blessed recently by people who gave to me, and I want to return the favor. So anyway, if you could put a comment down, either for yourself or someone that you know that could use a little pick-me-up, that'd be awesome. If it's for somebody else and you get selected and you want to add to it and give them a total of 75 or 100 or something to really bless them, that'd be cool too, but that's totally between you and the Lord. So anyway, Acts 20:35, it's better to give than to receive. I hope that you'll do something kind for someone this week, and I hope you guys will enjoy the video. We've got a couple little hikes in it, really pretty waterfall we got to hike to, and a neat overnight stay at a place called the Compass Rose Lodge in Huntsville, Utah. Thanks for coming along, guys. Hey everybody, welcome back to Men on the Mountain. Rhonda and I are in North Fork Park near Huntsville, Utah, and we're going to be hiking to the North Fork Park Waterfall. We'll take you along today. Let me just flip this around, kind of show you where we're headed. We got snow last night, and they definitely got snow up here. It's melted where we are right now. We're going to be heading up that road that's blocked off. It's only about a mile up here, and we're trying to show you some of the sights along the way. So at the beginning of this hike, you're basically hiking up a Forest Service road, just past a couple of camp spots along that little creek. They'd be really pretty to camp in. There's one right here to our right, another one just up here. It's the first time either of us have ever been up in this area. We've been close to here, but never up this particular canyon. We've passed 17 or 18 little campsites, I can't remember now. Rhonda was reading out the numbers to me. And now we're at the official beginning trailhead, it looks like, and the waterfall is only 4/10 of a mile, so this is going to be only about a 1 1.2 mile total round trip. We both just ate a big lunch, so I think we're glad we're not taking a big hike. There's looking back down the creek. All right, here's our first and second little patches of snow. Thankfully, most all of it's melted, although we need the moisture. And a little patch coming up here. Really pretty view for the trees, looking out over the valley. Came from down in that little canyon, so we've gained a little bit of elevation, not too much. Clouds are screaming by. It's still really windy. And I forgot the wind screen, so hopefully you guys can hear me over the wind. All right, we're coming around the bend and the falls are going to be right here. Got little stairs built into the trail here. And there's your first look at them. There's North Fork Park Falls. Got this little rope here attached to the side if you want to walk down to there, which we'll do in just a second. Okay, here we are at the very foot of the falls, looking back up. Rhonda wanted to get closer to the falls. Well, guess what? Steve and Christy from Pax-a-Lot. When we came up this trail, this road was closed right here. So there was a barricade right here at this bridge and we couldn't drive up. If we would have waited 20 minutes, they opened the road and we could have driven up. Now, this time it only cost us a half a mile round trip. When we were with Steve and Christy on Antelope Island, it cost us about 2 miles round trip.
Straight uphill.
And straight uphill, yeah. So it's either me, either I'm the jinx, or it's Rhonda. It's obviously not Steve and Christy because they're not with us on this trip. Thanks for coming along, guys. Yeah, got them all. All right, guys, we just checked in.
This up here, all this.
at the Compass Rose Lodge in Huntsville. So we are heading up to our room now. Kind of give you the tour as we go. They have an on-site observatory here. There's some pictures, a great comet of 1881. And this cool little skyway. You're looking out over the property on this side. Looking back out over the property on this side. And we are in room 10. So here's coming in the room. Little spot to hang your clothes here. Got a mini fridge underneath the sink. There's a TV. Here's some of the artwork. Table and chairs. There's the bed. They have these teepees that you can rent out if you want to do a fire at night and games and stuff in the teepee. And there's the lawn. Big propane outside grill. And then here's the bathroom. You got the barn doors for the bathroom. Oh, I just racked my shin on that bed. Walk-in shower. All right. Here's coming around the back side of the Compass Rose Lodge. This is some of their exterior lighting in these old milk jugs. I think those are old milk jugs. Pretty cool architecture. So this rounded section right here, at the top of this is their observatory. You have to book that in advance, so we did not do that on this trip, but maybe we'll come back and try that another time. And then we did sit out by this fire pit briefly last night, and it put out a lot of heat. It was really nice. And then over here on the side, they have these two teepees, which I think I showed you from the room last night. You can rent these for the evening. They have little buddy heaters in them. You don't sleep in them overnight, but there's a table in the middle and games. You're allowed to have alcohol in there. You're not allowed to have alcohol out here on the grounds. So, a beautiful morning in Huntsville, Utah. We slept in. We slept in till after 9 o'clock. It's the first time Rhonda and I have both slept in that late in a long time. So we're going to go get a little hike in this morning and then grab some lunch somewhere. So next time we turn this on, we should be on the hike. But here's a look at the view. Again, it's called the Compass Rose Lodge. So I'll give you a quick view inside the teepee. At least one of them. So there's a little scan where you can rent it or reserve it, and then again it's just got seating all the way around. Little buddy heater there and a little buddy heater on that side. And then check out some of the decor on the top. Got these lights strung up, and then at the very top got a mat with checkers. So there's your teepee tour. Gonna take a little hike in the Middle Fork Wildlife Management Area. Here's the view getting out of the car. So Middle Fork of the Ogden River is over here in this little basin. I was just looking on OnX Maps. This is all public to the north. I would imagine it gets hit by everybody and their brother, but I'm going to try and come back up here and shed hunt maybe this summer. This turns to private pretty fast. Basically on the other side of the river it starts turning to private, so we'll get up here and see what we can see. coming down onto the Middle Fork of the Ogden River. There's looking back to the south. And now kind of southeast to the east. Found the skull of a little shed buck. Wasn't a very big deer, little guy. And there's the bases. Just left the trail for a minute to come work some of these little patches of scrub oak, see if I might get lucky. I know it won't show up on the GoPro, guys, but there are just hundreds of butterflies in that white bush across this little creek. A lot of bees too. I didn't see the bees from far off, and now that I'm closer I see all the bees, but bees and butterflies galore. I just saw a red-winged blackbird fly up from this little marshy area too. Pretty little spot. We're heading into the Shooting Star Saloon for burgers. This is supposed to be the longest continuously open saloon west of the Mississippi, and everybody raves about their burgers, so let's go see what it's like. All right, got dollar bills on all the ceiling. We're eating right next to Buck, the St. Bernard, 290 pounds. That's taxidermy here in this restaurant. Alright guys, kind of hard to see in here. This is their star burger. This is what they're known for. 2 patties and German knockwurst sausage in the middle. Melted cheese, lettuce, and tomato. So we're going to give this a whirl here in just a second. Rhonda went with bacon cheeseburger.